I was scrolling through the feed at 1:45, running through the maze trying not to look for you. The screen was flashing colors in the middle of the dark, just a mindless little journey through a digital park. But the algorithm knows exactly where it hurts the most. It pushed a brand new picture of my favorite living ghost. You were smiling at the camera in a jacket, I don't know, standing in a city with a neon-colored glow. And my thumb slipped down in a double-tapped heartbreak, a sudden little tremor, a digital earthquake. A glowing white heart popped up on the screen, highlighting the tragedy of everything we've been. I panicked and I panicked, tried to take the light away, but the server sent the signal and it doesn't want to play. A microscopic motion tore the healing right apart, caught in the middle of a double-tapped heart. Did the notification hit your lock screen in the night? Did it cast a little shadow in the artificial light? Are you looking at my name and wondering why I'm still around, haunting all your pictures without making any sound? I threw the phone away like it was burning up my hand. I'm sinking in the middle of a cybernetic sand. I thought that I was moving on, I thought that I was tough, but one little picture was inevitably enough. Two little taps to say that I approve. Two little taps just to prove I could move. It's a reflex of a muscle, it's a memory in the bone, reminding me that I'm sitting in the dark alone. And my thumb slipped down in the double-tapped heartbreak, a sudden little tremor, a digital earthquake. A glowing white heart popped up on the screen, highlighting the tragedy of everything we've been. I panicked and I panicked, tried to take the light away, but the server sent the signal and it doesn't want to play. A microscopic motion tore the healing right apart, caught in the middle of a double-tapped heart. Double tap, take it back. The glowing heart, it fades away, but the damage is done. Double-tapped heartbreak. My phone is warning me the storage space is low. It's heavy with the weight of places we can't go. I pay a monthly fee to keep the past alive, to back up every tear inside a hidden drive. It's floating up above me in the digital air, a billion bytes of data proving you were there. But all those sunny pictures from the summer we first met are casting down a darkness that I never will forget. And I'm living underneath the cloud full of shadows, watching all the pixels turn to gray in the meadows. It's hovering above me, blocking out the light, a heavily encrypted of shadows of you. I try to hit delete, I hover on the trash to turn the virtual history into virtual ash. But then the system asks me if I'm really truly sure, and suddenly the sickness feels much safer than the cure. The algorithm syncs it to my tablet and my screen, making sure I can't escape the places we have been. We're perfectly preserved up in the atmosphere above, a terrifying monument to discontinued love. I want to clear the cache, I want to break the sky, to watch the heavy service finally crash and burn and die. But if the data vanishes and leaves without a trace, I'm terrified I'd finally forget the details of your face. And I'm living underneath a cloud full of shadows, watching all the pixels turn to gray in the meadows. It's hovering above me, blocking out the light, heavily encrypted, never-ending night. The server holds the echoes of a love we couldn't save, a high capacity, invisible and elevated grave. It's raining down the memories, soaking me in blue, drowning in a cloud full of shadows of you. Cloud full of shadows, storage is full. Looking up at the ceiling, it's going to rain, digital rain, underneath the cloud of shadows. There's a stack of heavy vinyl sitting over by the wall, right beside the wooden table, staring out into the hall. We used to spend our Sundays flipping through the black and white, looking for the perfect rhythm just to get us through the night. I haven't touched the needle since the day you packed your car. I haven't had the courage to remember who we are. The turntable is frozen and the speaker wires are cold, a silent little monument to things we couldn't hold. And there's dust on the records, settling in the grooves, a heavy layer of sorrow on the way we used to move. Every song is trapped inside a circle made of black, waiting for a phantom that is never coming back. I can see the fingerprints you left upon the sleeve from the very final morning that you told me you would leave. The soundtrack of our history is buried on the floor, and there's dust on the records, 'cause I don't dance anymore. I remember how you dropped the needle right upon the scratch, and the way the warm static used to perfectly attach to the feeling of your head resting heavy on my chest before the entire melody melody was put to final rest. Now the sunlight hits the corner in the middle of the day and illuminates the powder where the music used to play. It's a physical reminder of the weeks that turn to years, a highly detailed portrait of a million unshed tears. If I wipe the covers clean, if I plug the system in, I'd have to face the ending and remember the beginning. But leaving them to gather up the quiet and the gray is the only way to safely lock the melody away. And there's dust on the records, settling in the grooves, a heavy layer of sorrow on the way we used to move. Every song is trapped inside a circle made of black, waiting for a phantom that is never coming back. I can see the fingerprints you left upon the sleeve from the very final morning that you told me you would leave. The soundtrack of our history is buried on the floor, and there's dust on the records, 'cause I don't dance anymore. Dust on the records. Don't turn it on, don't let it spin, let the silence swim. Dust on the records. The sun is crawling up the faded kitchen wall. I'm waiting for a footstep out there in the hall. I poured a cup for me, I poured a cup for you, a muscle memory of what we used to do. It's sitting on the table by the empty plate, a bitter little monument to being way too late. I'm staring at the surface, perfectly still and black, knowing that the person who drank it isn't coming back. And I'm surviving on cold coffee and warm lies, seeing the phantom of the always in your eyes. You wrapped the betrayal in a heavy knitted blanket, poured me a cup of the poison, and I drank it. It tasted like the future, it felt just like a home, but the temperature dropped the second I was alone. Now the ceramic is freezing, the sugar is dead, with cold coffee in my cup and warm lies in my head. I traced the water rings left on the wooden grain, highly detailed map of this localized pain. He used to tell me stories while the steam would rise, beautiful collection of your very best disguises. I held on to the comfort, I held on to the heat, refusing to acknowledge the impending defeat. But the liquid is room temperature, the magic is gone, and I'm the only one sitting in the quiet of the dawn. A lie is so inviting when it's whispered in the dark, when it's keeping out the winter and it's glowing like a spark. But the morning always comes and the fever always breaks, leaving you to swallow all the bitter little aches. And I'm surviving on cold coffee and warm lies, seeing the phantom of the always in your eyes. You wrapped a betrayal in a heavy knitted blanket, poured me a cup of the poison and I drank it. It tasted like a future, it felt just like a home, but the temperature dropped the second I was alone. Now the ceramic is freezing, the sugar is dead, with cold coffee in my cup and warm lies in my head. Cold coffee, warm lies. Pour it down the sink, watch it wash away. The cup is empty, the house is quiet. Cold coffee. You folded up the future like an origami swan. You placed it on the table right before the break of dawn. You drew a little house with a chimney and a door, and told me that we wouldn't have to wander anymore. I love the way you painted all the corners of the sky, but I didn't see the watermark of every little lie. I tried to lean upon the walls, I tried to make my bed, but the structure couldn't hold the heavy things we never said. Because you built this love on paper thin promises, folding under pressure, tearing at the seams. I'm standing in the wreckage of a watercolor romance, watching as the rain washes out our empty dreams. You said it was a fortress, you said it was a shield, but it's just a fragile letter in a cold and muddy field. The ink is running down and the truth is bleeding through. I'm drowning in the paper, thin promises of you. The wind began to blow and the roof began to shake. I realized exactly how much one heart can take. You wrote forever in a beautiful script, but the paper got heavy and the edges just ripped. I'm holding on to fragments of a beautiful lie, trying to catch the pieces as they flutter in the sky. 1,000 tiny cuts on the palms of my hands from trying to hold hold together what the weather demands. A single drop of water, a single little spark is all it takes to leave me in the middle of the dark. You were beautiful to look at, but you had no weight at all, and I'm the only one who had to suffer through the fall. Because you built this love on paper thin promises, folding under pressure, tearing at the seams. I'm standing in the wreckage of a watercolor romance, watching as the rain washes out our empty dreams. You said it was a fortress, you said it was a shield, but it's just a fragile letter in a cold and muddy field. The ink is running down and the truth is bleeding through. I'm drowning in the paper thin promises of you. Tearing apart. The ink is fading, the wind is taking it, nothing left to hold. Paper thin. Promises. The engine's humming low, the streetlights paint the dash. I'm driving through the wreckage and the burning ash. I packed my bags in silence while the house was fast asleep. A million heavy promises that we could never keep. The windshield wiper's rhythm is the beating of my heart. I'm mapping out the distance from the ending to the start. I turn the steering wheel and pull out on the empty street, leaving all the history scattered at your feet. And there are tears in the rearview mirror, blurring up the glass, watching all the shadows of our broken future past. The red lights are bleeding out into the pouring rain, a neon-colored portrait of a quiet kind of pain. I'm putting on the miles, I'm putting on the speed, trying to outrun the very air I used to breathe. I don't wanna look back, but my eyes are drawn to see the tears in the rearview mirror washing away your weep. The radio is playing, but it's just a bed of static, reflecting how my mind is feeling fractured and erratic. Every mile marker is a year I gave to you, fading in the darkness of the midnight and the blue. I wonder if you've woken up and seen the empty space, or if you're still dreaming with a smile upon your face. I press upon the pedal and the engine starts to roll, putting all the highway between me and your front door. The mirror only shows you what you're leaving far behind, the ghost you couldn't capture and the ties you had to unbind. I'm driving toward the sunrise, but tears in the rearview mirror, washing away we. The rearview mirror, don't turn around, keep your foot down. It's just the rain, it's just the tears in the rearview mirror. I turned the key and pushed the heavy wooden door, and listened to my footsteps echo on the floor. The crack in the corner is missing half its weight. The calendar is frozen on a meaningless old date. I walk into the hallway and the air is feeling thin, like the oxygen remembers the shape you used to be in. The dust is slowly falling in the afternoon light. A quiet little audience preparing for the night. And I'm walking through the house of memories, listening to the wind blow through the leafless trees. Every single room is like a chapter of a book, a museum of the love that the winter finally took. The walls are painted in a shade of used to be, and the silence in the kitchen is deafening to me. I'm a stranger in the place that I used to call my home, locked inside the house of memories, wandering alone. I trace my fingers over the scratches on the chair where you used to sit and run your hands through your hair. The coffee cups are washed and the drying rack is bare, but I can smell your perfume suspended in the air. I go into the bedroom and I look at the unmade bed and listen to the ghost of the conversations we had. The shadows in the corner are stretching out so long, reminding me that everything I thought was right is wrong. You can pack the cardboard box, you can drive the car away, but you leave a heavy footprint in the middle of the day. The architecture holds on to the laughter and the tears, a localized haunting that could last 1,000 years. And I'm walking through the house of memories, listening to the wind blow through the leafless trees. Every single room is like a chapter of a book, a museum of the love that the winter finally took. The walls are painted in a shade of used to be, and the silence in the kitchen is deafening to me. pattern out on a sunny afternoon. Yellow flowers blooming beneath a painted moon. We spent a weekend smoothing out the glue and the seams, covering the plaster with the fabric of our dreams. But the dampness started creeping from the floorboards to the base, a slow and silent ruin in our perfect little space. I'm staring at the corner where the edges start to curl, watching the unraveling of my entire world. And the wallpaper is peeling, falling strip by strip. Gravity is pulling at the corners of my grip. The beautiful facade is coming loose around the room, exposing all the heavy and the quiet of the gloom. We tried to paper over all the cracks inside the wall, but the moisture and the sorrow couldn't help but make it fall. I'm standing in the wreckage of a house that couldn't heal, watching every promise that you made me start to peel. I walk over to the window and I pick a little tear, pulling down a ribbon of the life we used to share. The paper comes away with a highly satisfying sound, dropping all the yellow flowers dead upon the ground. Underneath the colors is a concrete and a gray, the ugly, heavy truth that we had tried to hide away. You can buy the finest paper, you can buy the heavy paste, but you cannot hide the hollow of a love that's gone to waste. I could press it back together, I could hold it with my hand, but I'm tired of defending what was built upon the sand. Let the drywall show its bruises, let the naked plastic breathe. It's the only honest thing since the day you had to leave. And the wallpaper's peeling, falling strip by strip. Gravity is pulling at the corners of my grip. The beautiful facade is coming loose around the room, exposing all the heavy and the quiet of the gloom. We tried to paper over all the cracks inside the wall, but the moisture and the sorrow couldn't help but make it fall. I'm standing in the wreckage of a house that couldn't heal, watching every promise that you made me start to peel. The wallpaper's peeling, let it fall strip by strip down to the grave. Nothing left to hide. The wallpaper is peeling. The little battery icon is turning from green to red. I'm lying here in the middle of a cold and unmade bed. It's Says I've got 15% to make it through the night, to hold on to this tiny fading rectangle of light. I'm rereading the messages from back when we were fine, tracing out the history of yours and of mine. I know I should plug it in, I know I should recharge, but letting it go dark feels like a penalty too large. And the battery is dying, just exactly like we did, a slow and quiet fading that we never could forbid. The screen is getting dimmer, the power's running low. I'm holding on to nothing, but I cannot let it go. It's a countdown to the silence, a ticking of the clock, waiting for the moment that the mechanism locks. We started at 100, now we're down to number 2. And the battery is dying on my connection to you. The screen just went to low power mode and dimmed the brightness down, casting longer shadows all across this sleeping town. I see the little warning, please plug your device in, but I'm paralyzed by sorrow and I don't know where to begin. If I let the phone die, then I'm finally alone, just a ghost inside a room with a useless piece of stone. So I watch the numbers drop, 10 and 7, 5 and 4, knowing that you aren't gonna text me anymore. I could find the charging cable, I could bring it back to life, but it wouldn't fix the severing, it wouldn't dull the knife. A fully charged battery won't make you change your mind, it just lights up all the empty space you left behind. And the battery is dying, just exactly like we did, a slow and quiet fading that we never could forbid. The screen is getting dimmer, the power's running low. I'm holding on to nothing, but I cannot let it go. It's a countdown to the silence, the ticking of the clock, waiting for the moment that the mechanism locks. We started at 100, now we're down to number 2. And the battery is dying on my connection to you. 1%. The screen is shaking any second now. A sudden fade to black, no more light, the battery is dead. I pull the blanket up to cover up my chin, and felt the winter finally starting to creep in. The hardwood floor is like a sheet of solid ice. I'm paying for the summer at a heavy, heavy price. I reached across the mattress just out of habit's sake, expecting you to pull me close before we fully wake. But the sheets are flat and empty, and the cotton is so chill. The quiet in the bedroom is loud enough to kill. And it's the first cold morning since you went away. The sky is painted in a bitter shade of gray. I can see my breath suspended in the freezing bedroom air, a ghost of all the words I wanna say, but wouldn't dare. The summer kept me warm enough to easily pretend, but the frost upon the window is the signal of the end. The shivering has started, and I'm ignoring the warning, waking up without you on the first cold morning. I made a cup of coffee and I held it to my chest, trying to thaw out the hollow cavity beneath my vest. The radiator's humming, but it doesn't do a thing when the freezing kind of sorrow is the only song you sing. I'm wearing your old sweater, the one with frayed out cuffs, but even wrapped in memories, it isn't quite enough. The world outside is frozen, the leaves are turning brown. I'm the coldest, loneliest survivor in the town. The heat of July made it easy to survive. The August sun convinced me that the love was still alive. But November doesn't pity, and November doesn't lie. It just strips away the branches and it opens up the sky. And it's the first cold morning since you went away. Sky is painted in a bitter shade of gray. I can see my breath suspended in the freezing bedroom air, ghost of all the words I wanna say, but wouldn't dare. The summer kept me warm enough to easily pretend, but the frost upon the window is the signal of the end. The shivering has started, and I'm ignoring the warning, waking up without you on the first cold morning. First cold morning, so cold now. Wrap the blanket tighter, wait for the sun. It's freezing in here. The first cold morning without you. The water's rising up, but the surface is so still. We're going under slow like a heavy, bitter pill. There wasn't any storm, there wasn't any wave, just a quiet kind of given up, a quiet kind of grave. I'm looking at your face across the table in the room, and I can feel the pressure of the impending gloom. The floorboards are flooded, but we're sipping on our tea, ignoring all the ocean that is swallowing my knee. And we're sinking without a sound, drifting to the deep, where the shadows are heavy and the memories fall asleep. No sirens are wailing, no flashing red light, just a slow fade to black in the middle of the night. We didn't even fight, we didn't even try to patch up the holes or to look up at the sky. I'm reaching for your hand as we're going underground, drowning in the quiet, sinking without a sound. The oxygen is thinning, but we're keeping up the smile, pretending we can tread the water for another mile. I watch the little bubbles of our promises ascend, a silent little countdown to the very bitter end. Your eyes are looking past me, staring at the wall. You don't even notice that we started taking the fall. The gravity is pulling, the current is too strong for a love that's been exhausted from pretending for so long. I thought that a heartbreak was a thunder and a crash, a million shattered blades, and a sudden burning ash. But the deadliest of endings is the one you never hear, when the love just simply fills up with a silent kind of tear. And we're sinking without a sound, drifting to the deep, where the shadows are heavy and the memories fall asleep. No silence are wailing, no flashing red light, just a slow fade to black in the middle of the night. We didn't even fight, we didn't even try to patch up the holes or to look up at the sky. I'm reaching for your hand as we're going underground, drowning in the quiet, sinking without a sound, without a sound, going under. Hold your breath, let the water take it. No one even heard us sinking without a sound. I'm walking down the highway with my phone up to the sky, watching all the heavy clouds and empty cars go by. I'm looking for a single bar, a tiny flash of green, to bridge the heavy distance and the miles in between. But every time I think I have a line right back to you, the screen begins to flicker and the gray replaces blue. I'm shouting in a canyon, but there isn't any sound, just the static of a love that can no longer be found. And I'm searching for a signal in the middle of the night, trying to find a frequency a localized vibration or a tiny little patch where the data could deliver all the sorries I rehearsed before this heavy silence makes the heavy aching worse. I see the city glowing, all the satellites above, beaming down the data for a million kinds of love. But my receiver's broken, or your transmitter is dead, and I'm just getting echoes of the things we never said. The no service sign is flashing like a neon warning light, telling me to give it up and walk into the night. I can't force a connection if the tower has been torn in the quietest disaster that my heart has ever borne. And I'm searching for a signal in the middle of the night, trying to find a frequency to make it all alright. I'm scanning through the static and the interference lines, looking for a heartbeat or the faintest of the signs. But we're disconnected now, we're completely out of range, and nothing that I dial is ever gonna make it change. I'm stranded on an island where the wires have been crossed, searching for a signal in a world where we are lost. Searching for a signal, no bars left. Put the phone down, look at the sky, it's just static now. Searching for a signal. I woke up to the sunlight pouring heavy on the floor, and I didn't look to see if you were walking through the door. The gravity was different, the air was finally sweet. I felt a solid rhythm coming back into my feet. I walked into the bathroom and I looked into the glass, and I didn't see the wreckage of the shadows that had passed. I saw a spark of color in the center of my eyes, a sudden brilliant ending to a year of dark skies. And it was the day I found myself again, rising from the cold, trading all the heavy iron for a pocket full of gold. I stepped out of the shadow and I broke the stony shell, ringing every quiet bell that I forgot to ring so well. The architecture of my heart is standing strong and tall. I'm no longer waiting for the heavy sky to fall. The maze is finally over, the exit is in view. The day I found myself again and finally lost you. I walked out of the house of memories, left the keys behind, cleared the digital static, was crowding up my mind. I felt the summer wind wrap around my heavy coat and unblock all the melodies stuck inside my throat. I'm picking up the pieces that I gave away for free and stitching them together in a masterpiece of me. The horizon is a canvas and the paintbrush is my own. I am the sole proprietor of everything I've known. I wanna thank the fire, I want to thank the rain, I wanna thank the heavy localized ache of all the pain, because it burned away the weak and it washed away the fake and left me standing solid on the edge of the awake. And it was the day I found myself again, rising from the cold, trading all the heavy iron for a pocket full of gold. I stepped out of the shadow and I broke the stony shell, ringing every quiet bell that I forgot to ring so well. The architecture of my heart is standing strong and tall. I'm no longer waiting for the heavy sky to fall. The maze is finally over, the exit is in view. The day I found myself again and finally lost you. I'm still here, the air is clear, the sky is wide. I'm walking forward, no looking back. The day I found myself again. I held my thumb over the glowing screen, erasing every place that we had ever been. 100 gigabytes of sunny afternoons swept away like dust under the digital moons. I clicked confirm and watched the loading bar, wiping out the history of how we got this far. The folder is empty, the gallery is bare, but I can still see your smile floating in the air. Because you're deleted but not erased, you're a phantom in the code that I can't replace. I wiped the memory clean, I burned the digital bridge, but you're still haunting the edges of the fridge. I scrubbed the hard drive of every I love you, but the ghost in the machine is still colored in blue. You're gone from the screen, leaving zero trace, but you're deleted, deleted, but not erased. I blocked your number and I muted your name, trying to find a shortcut out of this heavy game. I unfollowed the past and untagged the pain, trying to wash the server in a virtual rain. But my muscle memory still reaches for the phone whenever I'm sitting in the quiet alone. I type in the letters that I shouldn't even know, watching the cursor just blinking in the glow. The servers are clear, the cloud has been drained, but the hardware inside of my chest is still stained. You can't just swipe left on a permanent scar, or empty the trash on the things that we are. Because you're deleted but not erased, you're a phantom in the code that I can't replace. I wiped the memory clean, I burned the digital bridge, but you're still haunting the edges of the fridge. I scrubbed the hard drive of every I love you, trash, but not erased. I'm walking down the hallways of a server in my mind, looking at the heavy boxes we were forced to leave behind. Every single conversation neatly sorted by the date, sitting in the heavy shadows of a cold and silent state. I open up a folder labeled August by the sea, and watch a glowing hologram of who we used to be. The colors are so vibrant, but the temperature is low. A high-res isolation in a solitary glow. And I'm trapped inside the archive of us, blowing off the digital dust. It's a library of echoes, a museum of the past, a perfectly preserved reminder that we didn't last. I'm scrolling through the terabytes of promises we made, watching every golden moment slowly start to fade. I wanna pull the plug and let the system slowly rust, but I'm living in the archive. The archive of us. There's a locked and hidden folder at the bottom of the drive, with the videos I watch to keep the memory alive. I hear your voice in stereo echoing around the room, a beautiful disruption in the middle of the gloom. But every time the video loops and comes right to the end, I'm suddenly reminded you are not a present friend. You're just a ghost made out of code, a pixelated lie, a beautifully curated way to never say goodbye. They say the internet is written in a permanent ink, that nothing ever really breaks, it just begins to sink. I'm diving to the bottom of the ocean of the screen, drowning in the history of everything we've been. And I'm trapped inside the archive of us, blowing off the digital dust. It's a library of echoes, a museum of the past, a perfectly preserved reminder that we didn't last. I'm scrolling through the terabytes of promises we made, watching every golden moment slowly start to fade. I wanna pull the plug and let the system slowly rust, but I'm living in the archive. The archive of us. The archive. Close the folder, shut down the drive, walk away, but the archive remains. is quiet and the midnight is so still. I'm trying hard to bend the sorrow to my will. Then the screen lights up across the darkened room. A sudden flash of lightning in the heavy gloom. I rush to pick it up, I think it might be you. A sudden change of heart out of the midnight blue. But it's just the algorithm playing a cruel game, displaying an old picture right beneath your name. And they're just notifications from the past, reminding me of things that didn't last. A digital echo of a sunny afternoon, a memory from today beneath a different moon. It's an automated ghost, a server-side regret, a system that refuses to allow me to forget. I'm swiping them away, but the damage happens fast, caught in the crossfire of notifications from the past. The screen is showing us laughing by the sea, exactly 1 year ago at 3:15. We look so brightly colored, we look so unawake to the massive tidal wave that was about to break. The phone doesn't know that the promises are dead. It just sees the data and the smiles that we had. It pushes them to the surface, a targeted attack, a glowing little window to a world I can't get back. I need to dive into the settings, I need to flip the switch to stop the cold machinery from tearing at the stitch. But part of me is frozen, staring at the glow, afraid to delete the only version of you I still know. And they're just notifications from the past, reminding me of things that didn't last. A digital echo of a sunny afternoon, a memory from today beneath a different moon. Oh, it's an automated ghost, a server-side regret, a system that refuses to allow me to forget. I'm swiping them away, but the damage happens fast, caught in the crossfire of notifications from the past. Notifications on this day. Notifications. The algorithm doesn't know we aren't us anymore. Swipe it away, turn off the screen from the past. used to be a paper folded heart, a little bit of glitter and a messy kind of heart. I'd write your name in marker on a physical design and ask you if you'd ever be my only Valentine. But now I'm staring blankly at a glowing little screen, at the coldest shade of crimson that I think I've ever seen. You sent a little pixel, just an animated GIF, and left me standing frozen on the edges of the cliff. And I'm drowning in a sea of virtual valentines, reading all the silence in between the digital lines. It's a copy-pasted feeling, it's an artificial glow, a tiny little graphic that doesn't really show the way we used to hold it, the way we used to feel. Now we're trading in the fake for everything that's real. 100 million pixels couldn't substitute the size. I'm lonely in an inbox full of virtual valentines. The animation loops, a little heart begins to beat, but it doesn't have a rhythm, and it doesn't bring the heat. I can't put it in a shoebox, I can't hold it in my hand. It's a language made of data that I just can't understand. I watch the little graphic shatter into glowing dust, a perfect representation of a deeply broken trust. You check the little box, you tap the little screen, but you left out all the messy parts of what it really means. I trade 1,000 emails for a single handwritten word, for a voice that isn't filtered, for a truth that's really heard. You can keep the glowing icons, you can keep the neon red, I'll just keep the physical memories sleeping in my head. And I'm drowning in a sea of virtual valentines, reading all the silence in between the digital lines. It's a copy-pasted feeling, it's an artificial glow, a tiny little graphic that doesn't really show the way we used to hold it, the way we used to feel. Now we're trading in the fake for everything that's real. 100 million pixels couldn't substitute the size. I'm only in an inbox full of virtual valentines, just a GIF in the dark. It loops and it loops, but it never gets warm. Pixelated love, virtual valentines. I pulled the Ethernet out from the back of the wall. I couldn't stand to watch another digital fall. I turned the Wi-Fi off and let the router go blind, trying to leave the heavy glowing server behind. The notifications were a steady drum in my head, a constant reminder of the things that you said. So I severed the connection, I cut the cord clean, stepping out of the shadow of a 6-inch screen. And now I'm offline and alone in the quiet and the dark, listening to the silence in the digital part. I thought disconnected, we finally set me free from the virtual ghost that was haunting my knee. But the quiet is heavier than the static ever was, and my heart is still beating for a hopeless cause. light is hitting the dust on the floor. I'm not waiting for a little chime anymore. There's no green dot to tell me that you're still awake. Just the physical reality of this analog age. I thought that the internet was feeding the pain, that the pixels were acting like a heavy cold rain. But the truth is the sorrow isn't stored in the cloud. It's right here in the room and it's crying out loud. I unplugged the world to try and unplug you, to wash out the neon and the artificial blue. But you're written in the hardware, deeply in the bone, and there is no escape when you are offline and alone. And now I'm offline and alone in the quiet and the dark, listening to the silence in the digital park. I thought disconnection would finally set me free from the virtual ghost that was haunting my knee. But the quiet is heavier than the static ever was, and my heart is still beating for a hopeless cause. I can't refresh the page, I can't check my phone. I'm just sitting in the analog, offline and alone. No connection, just the sound of my breathing, just the moonlight. The screen is dark, offline and alone. And alone. The clock is bleeding past 2:45. It's just the shadows, the ceiling, and me. My eyes are burning, but I cannot look away from the little digital ghost of yesterday. I'm scrolling through the gallery of where we used to be, a high definition, tragic kind of history. The room is completely pitch black all around, except for a glowing square that doesn't make a sound. And I'm drowning in this blue light loneliness, trapped inside a screen of my own mess. It's an artificial warmth, it's a digital code, a pocket-sized story that's getting too old. I'm waiting for a text or a sign from the deep, but the server is silent and the network is asleep. With the ghost of your smile right in front of my face, I'm lost in this blue light, empty space. The battery is dropping down to 9%, a perfect little metaphor for all the time we spent. I see you watch my story, but you didn't leave a trace, just another silent footstep in a cyberspace. I turned the brightness down to try and hide the glare, but it still reflects the fact that you were never there. The algorithmic rhythm keeps pushing me the pain, a targeted assault like a heavy virtual rain. They built these little screens to bring the world inside, but it's just a glowing corner where a broken heart can hide. I could put the phone away, I could close my heavy eyes, but I'd rather face the blue light than the darkness of goodbyes. And I'm drowning in this blue light loneliness, little blue light across the heavy gloom. My phone says I'm connected, the signal is so strong, but I'm staring at a screen where the two of us went wrong. I see a little green dot saying you're awake, but there's a massive ocean between us and the ache. We're on the same network, we share the same IP, but there's a million invisible miles between you and me. And it's like Wi-Fi without a heart, cold and empty wave, a high-speed connection to a digital grave. We got 5 bars of signal, but we're drifting in the dark, sending all these messages that never hit the mark. The data is flowing, the bandwidth is wide, but there's absolutely nothing left alive on the inside. It's a localized network tearing us apart, living in the static of a Wi-Fi without a heart. I watch the 3 little dots show, you're typing out a line. I hold my breath and wait for a single hopeful sign, but the dots disappear and the screen goes back to black, and the heavy, heavy silence comes rushing right on back. We used to communicate without a single word. Now you're shouting through a server and you're still unheard. I'm swiping through the photos stored up in the cloud, wondering how a quiet room can feel so crashing loud. They say technology is meant to keep us close and tight, but it's just a glowing window into a lonely night. I'd rather have a severed wire, I'd rather cut the cord than sit here in the server room, broken and ignored. And it's like Wi-Fi without a heart, a cold and empty wave, a high-speed connection to a digital grave. We've got 5 bars of signal, but we're drifting in the dark, sending all these messages that never hit the mark. The data is flowing, the bandwidth is wide, but there's absolutely nothing left alive on the inside. It's a localized network tearing us apart, living in the static of a Wi-Fi.